Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Kapil Mishra, Product
And,
Manager at Vonage.
and I'm Diana. I'm a developer advocate at Vonage.
So today we are going to talk about getting started with Vonage Video React app. Just quick intro about us. I'm at Vonage for a few years, mainly taking care of customer experience and product strategy. And I am an MBA from MB and engineer by background.
And I am currently working with developer experience here at Vonage, and I went to school in the US. I'm actually from the US, and yeah, that's it. Alrighty, so how many of you here are actually familiar with Vonage, whether you hung out at the booth? All right, I'm looking at the hands up. Okay, everyone else, I assume that you hate me, but just kidding. But later on, check out the booth. But as for Vonage, if you're not familiar yet, we do telecommunication APIs and also the contact center. But as for developers, we do a lot of telecommunications. And so over here, we have voice, video, RCS, which is very similar, or an MMS, which is similar to like having WhatsApp as a platform, Viber or Facebook Messenger, and some social messaging, which is pretty much that. We also moved on to, well, since our acquisition by Ericsson, we moved on to providing things called network APIs, and those are coming out.
Okay, so why we are here today? So we are talking about Vonage Video React app, and it's a feature-rich, open source video conferencing reference app built with our Vonage video APIs. And it's the simple way to add video on your React apps. There are some of these features, like it can be used for one-on-one or multi-party calls, in-call experience, mobile-friendly, screen sharing, and also your performance managing. We have chosen a couple of use cases why we have built this app.
So as for one-on-one with the video app, you can do things like telemedicine. So for example, you don't want to go into your doctor's office, and so you have messaging, or sorry, you have a video conferencing between the message and the patient, or the doctor and the patient. And then as for multi-party, if you're hosting a classroom online, then you have the instructors and then everyone else as a student. So that's another use case.
And also it can be used for recording. So there is a lot of cases where we need recording for patient, a doctor, or any of the conference. And after that recording, we need any analysis and all. So transcriptions, presentations, and training, these are the other use cases why we used to use this app. Coming to React app architecture. So it's the basic architecture. It's running on Node Express. The front end is React app, and we are using our own Vonage cloud runtime, and you can also use Heroku on that part. Now here is the tech stack, what we are using. So the front end uses MUI component, React components, and we use TypeScript, React, MUI, and Vite. For testing includes linting and formatting, unit testing, jest, and Vitest. End-to-end testing and visual regression using the Playwright. So after this tech stack, we will show our demo.
So as for the demo, we have this pre-built solution where you can get started right away. So you have two options. Either you want to use our Vonage Code Hub, which is actually what we're going to demo today, or you can use it. You can just clone the GitHub repository and add it to your application. So here, Vonage Cloud Runtime, it is like a platform where you have all your pre-built solutions. And so up there, that tab up there is the Code Hub. Yes, and that's actually, if you click that, once you're on the developer page, that's what this pulls up, and you can filter to what kind of products you want to look into. So here we have video checked, and then all languages, we have a lot of options. But as for the very first one that showed up on there is the one that we're demoing today. And so once you click the application, you'll get brought to this page, and usually people will have this overview open, and we are very confused every time we see the overview. But there's a tab on the side that says Get Code. And so this Get Code tab is what brings you down to your virtual development environment. And either if you've never created one before, then you'll have the option to create a new application. And we already ran this test because Wi-Fi is not reliable, and I'm a developer advocate, which means I should be recording my demos, but I never learned my lesson and things go haywire. So, so once you get to the actual platform, this is the Vonage Cloud Time platform, you're gonna run yarn deploy VCR right there. And thank you, Kapil, for already doing all of that. So it'll take a couple minutes just to start up. And then as soon as all of that is done, you'll see a link somewhere on there where you can actually pull up this, pull up the pre-made app. So like we said, all of this is already pre-built if you do want to try it, and you can even host it on our cloud platform so that you don't have to migrate back and forth between your IDEs. So as you can see, we have all these features here, and I'm gonna So this is all of you guys. And of course, the Wi-Fi is not fabulous on my on my laptop. But as for different functionalities here, we have the microphone. Thank you. We have the microphone so you can mute yourself or not. And then the video capabilities, of course, that's on just so that we can see. On this side over here, you can share your screen. And then next to that is switching up the layout. So if you do want to show yourself or pin yourself, then that's an option. If not, you can have side by side. And then over here you have reactions, and that's where you have like your emojis. And then if you want to actually record the call, that's right next to it. Yeah. And then you hang up when you don't want to talk to them anymore. And then, oh yes, and then last but not least, we also have a chat on the side so people can just talk to each other on the side. And some of you might be wondering, why would you use this or like pre-built this versus something that already exists like Google Meets or Zoom? And so if you are someone who wants to actually integrate this video application directly on your website or directly on your app versus making people switch over to different links, this is where it's really helpful. Real quick, how many of you are like startup CEOs? I saw a few. I met a few. Okay, yeah. So we have a startup program, and we get you hooked up with 500 Vonage credits. They're in euros, but then you don't have to be paying in euros. We'll do it'll do the conversion. And so if you are interested in doing or trying to apply for the startup program, feel free, scan this QR code, and we'll help you get started. And then last but not least, join the party. I call it a party because I don't know how to make like connect with us sound more fun. But join the party. This QR code will take you to connecting with me, connecting with the team, connecting with Kapil. Yeah, pretty much that. But also if there are any additional links, including the tutorial and blog where you can get started with this, it'll also be there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.